So far, the PlayStation community have not been having a good year. I mean, they are having a worse start of the year than this chick.
Finish her! Get over here! Fatality.
I broke my back. Spinal.
Crack, crack. Ponies break the back. So yes, these guys are having a bad year. Now, why do I say they're having a bad year? Think about it. Sony is not talking about any of their games that are coming out in 2026. There are no updates on Wolverine. There are no updates on Star Wars. There are no updates on nothing, no showcase, no nothing. What is Sony announcing when it comes to first party games? And that is really, really sad. So much so that these ponies are only talking about Xbox games. As a matter of fact, Xbox games, the games that they hated on for years, is looking rather nice this time around. Control yourselves, ponies. These are Xbox games. You remember the same games that you hated for more than a decade? Yes. At this point, Xbox games are basically saving gaming right now because think about it. Who right now has the gaming streets talking? It's not Nintendo, it's not PlayStation, it is Xbox. Everyone is talking about Xbox and their games and hoping that Xbox games comes to their platform. So as Xbox continue to keep gaming excited thus far for 2026, well, the bad year has continued to happen for PlayStation fans because what is also a bad look for PlayStation is an exclusive game that they would have gotten so far that, as I said in the last video, is just a horror show. Although there were ponies in the chat trying to defend that game, I can't believe even Reforge is songing level headed. Listen to what he had to say here about Code Violet.
If 4 people made Code Violet, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't really care. The way they conduct themselves as a business, they're a garbage company.
He's out of line, but he's right.
So I don't care. I don't care if you have 4 people or 400 people. The way they've conducted themselves, they're a garbage company. They deserve everything that's happening to them, to their game. It's all deserved. It's just 4 brothers. Well, it's a family business, you know.
I don't know why you.
I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. If you're a small team and you got some bugs and some glitches, or you have to delay, or you got to leverage early access, okay, I'll be a little bit more charitable. But the way they conduct themselves, the way they promote their games, the way they gaslight and block people, they're all about, using social media to be toxic. What do? I mean, we don't need to rehash everything they did. They sent me a code for Quantum Error. That game was such a steaming pile of garbage, I thought, it's a small team. I don't want to do a review where I have to basically say it's bad from the very beginning. And they took it upon themselves to, engage in harassment on Twitter about it, And I'm like, that's not professional at all. I tried to pay you a courtesy. You know what I mean? And I told people, I said, the next time they do this and the next game that comes out, you watch. It'll be another piece of crap. And that's exactly what happened. They hoped everybody forgot about Quantum Error, the game that they still haven't fixed and addressed all the problems with it. And then they push out this game where they're trying to do I guess they were trying to do the Gunnar Stellar Blade thing, thinking that would get them a bunch of copies. And then it somehow was at the top of most anticipated lists because of wish listing or something. It was above Resident Evil.
Yes, it appears that over there on the PlayStation side, it's so dry that they made this trash of a game number one, even above Resident Evil. And it really underscores how the decline of first party output is very much apparent on the PlayStation side. Because I was watching a Dutch channel and he had some interesting stats up. Look at the stats here. Look at the decline of first party games when it compared to the PlayStation 1 through the PlayStation 5 era. In the PlayStation 1 era, there were 454 exclusives. The PlayStation 2 era saw the most with 514 exclusive. The PlayStation 3 took more than two-thirds of a decline when it comes to exclusive games for PlayStation. PlayStation 4 also took a major dip to 58 exclusive. And look at it. After 5 years, the PlayStation 5 only have 13 PlayStation exclusive made by a PlayStation studio. Wow, wow, wow. Now, if exclusives is so important, why we would have seen a decline every generation, with the exception of the PlayStation 2 generation when it comes to exclusives. It just goes to show that exclusive does not have the hold as it used to. That being said, now we can understand the Microsoft strategy because it's working well for them. Look at how many games are doing well on PlayStation. Now, if the chart I just showed is true, now we can see why it is Microsoft is doing what they're doing. Look at the numbers for Forza. Look at the numbers for Gears, Indiana Jones. Although they are significantly lower than the one for Forza, it is still utilizing, Microsoft is still utilizing the PlayStation community to bring in more revenue that it didn't have to their platform. I mean, even look at Oblivion, look at Gears of War, Doom. These are some good numbers here putting up on Xbox. I mean, all of the numbers you're seeing on PlayStation is numbers that Microsoft did not have prior to releasing these games onto PlayStation. So it's a really good look for this strategy because it keeps the games alive, it keeps the studios alive, and we know despite all the downturn in studios and certain games being cancelled and so forth, this is another lifeline to Microsoft Studios and their games. So let me hear what you think about the games going over to other platforms. Now, it's not only PlayStation that is having a bad year because it's being reported. Despite its impressive launch, Nintendo's new console appeared to lose momentum at the end of the year. And this is not something that typically happens with new consoles or when it's released in any generation. The Christmas season is normally the strongest time of the year, but we know what is going on with the economy. We know that a lot of persons don't have, that type of money to pay for consoles. In addition to that, I don't believe Nintendo had a strong, compelling software that would have, how to say, stimulate the gaming industry, like how The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild did. Breath of the Wild really did push the original Nintendo Switch when it comes to sales. Yes, I know that Mario Kart is more popular, and some of the games that released, like Metroid, is very popular as well. But something went wrong there with Nintendo when it comes to they not selling as many consoles as they can during the holiday time. But that's not the only bad news Nintendo is going through. There are news that Nintendo stock would have dropped over 33%. Now, why do you think Nintendo stock dropped? Because there are industry veterans predicting that the console will increase in price because of the RAM shortages. So Nintendo is looking at how they can, maybe absorb the price of the RAM shortages and these computer parts. But even Nintendo is feeling the pinch this year so far with, all of this bad news. But yet again, Nintendo and Sony is not the only one feeling the pinch. Yes, Ubisoft is having another round of layoffs. This time, 28 employees from Abu Dhabi, and all over the industry, we are seeing layoffs. We are seeing things happening. We even saw layoffs there at Meta when it comes to gaming, when it comes to the VR. So, I mean, there are bad news throughout the gaming industry everywhere we turn. That is why, although persons are saying that Microsoft is dead, right now Phil Spencer and the team is doing this. And the reason being is because of games, yes? At the end of the day, Microsoft is bringing games to the table. Now, let me hear what you are most excited for with the showcase, with the Microsoft showcase, which games you're looking forward to, which games you think might show, because I am seeing some empty spaces on the card there. I believe they are going to drop some, some fire that we don't know about as well. And let me hear your thoughts on PlayStation. On PlayStation is doing no games announcements this year. I mean, no updates to games. I mean, these ponies not even talking about these games. What is going on there with PlayStation? Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.